Welcome guys, so I'm back playing a bit of All Will Be One, quick draft. This will be my fifth one, so this is 2 weeks later, basically after sort of the end of the season, at the end of February. At that point, that week, my computer blew up. Well, my power supply failed, so I've got a nice... a better power supply. Computer's not heating up as much anymore, so hopefully we'll be able to get through a whole event without the blue screen of death. And yeah, it's in fact the computer's been absolutely fine since the new power supply. So it seemed to be that just the old one was causing the problems. But without further ado, we'll get into draft number 5. Oh, that's a good opening pick, isn't it? Kaya Intangible Slayer. So I've already lost to this card in Limited. Feels like a couple of times, at least. So this is it's a 7 mana planeswalker. It's not cheap, but it does have hexproof, which is pretty important. And effectively, it's almost like a control magic. Well, you get a when you kill a creature with it, you get a token that's a 1/1 copy of it with flying. So it's actually the perfect thing to kill an opposing Atraxa, because you will get the come into play effect of Atraxa and draw lots of cards. So we are definitely picking this.
I can't stand by when evil threatens the multiverse.
Okay. And I think that locks us into Orzhov black and white colours. There's no chance I'm going to be playing any other combination of colours, even if something pretty good comes up. It would have to be something pretty amazing. Let's see. So, for example, Charforger, I mean, is an okay card. Okay uncommon for the black-red sacrifice deck, but we would not be going into that. So we'll just limit ourselves to white and black cards. So first of all, Charge of the Mites is a good removal spell. Okay, that's sort of a filler card. Planar Disruption is possibly ahead of Charge of the Mites as a removal spell. The one drawback with Planar Disruption, if you're forcing sacrifices on your opponent, they have an option to that means they have an option to sacrifice whatever's been enchanted. That's the only drawback. Charge of the Mites has the advantage, has the sort of flexibility. You can make a couple of Mite tokens. Fleshless Gladiator, kind of a filler card, 2-drop. Sort of that can recur. Testament Bearer is quite a good 4-drop because it replaces itself with a card when it goes to the graveyard. So I think it's the Planar Disruption because it's slightly cheaper removal than Charge of the Mites. Okay, I see another good removal card that's 2 mana. It's Anoint with Affliction. So it's almost certainly this one we're picking. There's another Charge of the Mites. There's a Sinew Dancer. So this is quite nice. So I've recently been in recent. I think in Sealed I played a couple of these recently, and that was quite good. And we've got a Sheoldred's Headcleaver. So that's quite a nice 4-drop. It's got Evasion. Toxic 2, but we'll take the Anoint with Affliction because it's just the best common removal card in the set. Good start. Okay, Slaughter Singer is worth considering if you want to go into a 3rd color. This is possibly a reason why you would do it. I don't think we'll do that. I don't think it's a good enough reason. I'll point out Vraska's Fall is a sacrifice effect, so does not play. nice with Planar Disruption. So I think that eliminates Vraska's 4. Compleat Devotion can be a very good combat trick. Assuming we get some toxic creatures to go with it. Bonepicker Skirge, nice corrupted payoff, assuming we get some, toxic creatures. Still tempting to get Vraska's 4 here, but So Compleat Devotion or Bonepicker Skirge, probably the choice. I'm going to take a Compleat Devotion, I think. Right, Chittering Skitterling. So this will be another corrupted payoff. We're definitely feeling very short on toxic at the moment. The Necrosquito, another flyer. This one has oil counters. And then we do have a toxic creature. So I like this one. It's big and chunky, 3/4 for 4 mana, and it can make a mite if you bounce something. Not bad. So that's making the extra creature. Down here we've got the Head Cleaver, so this has got Menace and Toxic 2. So interesting question of what is actually better. I feel like the Attendant is probably a little bit better on defense. But it's got that extra point of power. And it could be, it's got that utility of bouncing your own thing, so you could reuse something with an enter the board effect. So it's got that potential. Whereas this is more aggressive, this is harder to block. But getting a free might that gives you a bit more of an offensive option. Okay, I think maybe I value this Attendant a little bit more, because this can trade. Well, this can kill a 3/3 attacker. Okay, we have an equipment card there. Annihilating Glare. Oh, another nice removal card. Okay, I think if the first pack is giving me lots of removal, I think we'll take lots of removal, and we'll just assume we can get some toxic creatures in later packs. Let's grab that. Okay, I'm just going to double check everything's working. Good. Right. Vanish into Eternity. So this is basically 6 mana removal, because most of the time you want to remove a creature. So it is quite expensive, but yeah, obviously this gets to be extra good if you're taking out a planeswalker or something, or an annoying artifact. But we do have Infectious Inquiry, it's another option here. Terramorphic Expanse is a bit of mana fixing as well. I think I like the Infectious Inquiry. I think it's just slightly ahead of Terramorphic Expanse, because I've played this a few decks with just one copy of this, and one copy feels about right. Okay, Vat of Rebirth. So if you're sacrificing artifacts or creatures and they're going into the graveyard, that could be quite good. The Cruel Grimnarch is a big creature. Yeah, Duress is going to be a very risky card. I think the Vat of Rebirth could work. It could work. I think let's take a chance on this rather than just go for a kind of a boring big creature. We've already got one big target. Okay, so there's nothing here we really want. There's no way we'd go into green for an adaptive Spore Singer. Let's take an Ichorplate Golem. And probably sideboard it. So yeah, we've run out of good Orzhov cards here. I don't really want Duress. How about a chunky 4-drop creature? Yep, that could be a filler card. And yeah, the Orzhov has absolutely evaporated at this stage. Okay, I'm going to take this card. It's an uncommon. And then we've got some artifacts. Okay, we'll take a Kinsmith. This will just be a 4-drop filler card at the moment that we're going to try and take out as soon as possible. Right, interesting. Okay, we still ended up with 10 cards that are vaguely playable. I spy a black rare, that's very lucky. Karumonix, the Rat King, 2 black and 1 for a 3/3. Toxic 1, other rats you control have toxic 1. That's cool. Do they gain an extra toxic 1 if they already have toxic? I suppose, yes, they do. Because you see it on the card, sort of toxic 1, toxic 1, toxic 1 in different colours if they've got like, other things giving them the bonus. So when Karumonix enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of rat cards from among them. Put the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay. I suppose we're looking for rats now. If we have no other rats, this is a 3/3 toxic 1 for 3 mana, which is just okay. It's playable. I think we grab it. We have the Soulless Jailer. We're missing out on Ravenous Necrotitan, Flensing Raptor, Infectious Inquiry. I think I will rare draft this. I can go in the 2-drop slot for now. We'll rare draft this as well, why not? Now we have Nimraiser Paladin. Wow, 5-drop, Toxic 2/4/4. Can raise a creature card, or raise dead of creature cards back to your hand. That's good. Good 5-drop. Don't want too many expensive things, but it's a good one. There's Whisper of the Dross, which is slightly underwhelming removal. I think I'd rather have the big creature. And then yeah, there's that 4-drop again, which we don't really want. But we do have Bonepicker Skirge, which is a good flyer to have. Against all odds, there's a card with a lot of text on it. I think I've used this once. So it's good if you have come into play effects. And you can also bring back things. Basilica Skullbomb might be good in this deck, because remember, we've got Vat of Rebirth. And this triggers off artifacts and creatures going to the graveyard. So that could make this playable. Don't know if we want, maybe we want another Infectious Inquiry rather than a Basilica Skullbomb. Because we're in Orzhov colours and we want to poison people if we're Orzhov. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Okay, another Attendant. What we're not getting are early creatures. Might have to play the Soulless Jailer. Yeah, we'll get a 4-drop creature. We'll ignore the Rascal's 4. Okay, another expensive creature. Apostle of Invasion. I'm going to say that's... I'm going to put my foot down there. That's too expensive. I think that's too expensive. Basilica Shepherd. Slightly more reasonable. We can have the 2-drop that comes back. I'm tempted by the 2-drop because we're just pretty short on 2-drops. But Basilica Shepherd's really good. I think I want to take that. Okay. Right, there is a Testament Bearer there, another 4-drop, but Dune Mover is a legitimately playable 2-drop. Fix your mana. Here we'll take the Atlas. We might need a ramp card for our expensive things. Take more of these things because there's not much going on. But we just need 3 more cards, and we have a deck. Well, if we go through the deck, we want to drop Kinsmiths. We want to drop Orthodoxy Enforcer, I think. Arguably. Still, if we get enough Mir cards, then this has actually got a good payoff on it. Urabrask's Forge. Okay, interesting. I happen to own 4 copies of this card already, so we can skip it, which is nice. And we can actually get our first Flensing Raptor. Another Fleshless Gladiator there. Mere Custodian. Alright, so let's take a Flensing Raptor. Do we have any 1 or 2? Yeah, we have 1 2-drop that has Toxic. Our early game is not looking good at the moment. But there's a Crawling Chorus. That would be a good start. Another 4-drop we don't really need. Pestilent Syphoner, that's just pretty good, I think. I think maybe we take that over a Crawling Chorus, even though obviously we want something that benefits from flying. But this can sometimes just win games. I think we'll take the Syphoner. Okay. Feed the Infection. 4 mana, draw 3, lose 3 life. I don't think so. Vat Emergence. Sinew Dancer. I like Sinew Dancer. That's a nice 1-drop. Let's go for that. Swooping Lookout. 1/2 Flying Vigilance. Another Planar Disruption. Now, there you go. That's a good removal card. Means missing out on some potential menace creatures and things. I think we'll take the Planar Disruption. We're at 24 cards. I think now we'll start cutting things from the deck. Let's cut Orthodoxy Enforcer, I think. Yeah. Okay, Ichorplate Golem. Prosthetic Injector. Can add more toxic onto things. Can make stuff into blockers. Blightbelly Rat's just good. Just a good 2-drop. We're missing good 2-drops, so we take that. Drop the Kinsmiths here. We'll just drop everything that's not particularly good. Soulless Jailer should be dropped. And yeah, Tinsmith dropped. So everything else is kind of playable. We're not sure about Vat of Rebirth. I'd probably, yeah, probably skip that one as well. Let's see if we can get 3 more cards that are relevant. So there's Skull Bomb, there's Incisor Glider. So this is something that can pump the team if we're corrupted. So that's just a nice 2-drop. Fits the bill. Okay, another Sinew Dancer is a good option. I think I go for that. And Atraxa's Skitterfang gives a few options. I think that's quite good. Yeah, take that one. Custodian is, I guess, a filler creature if we need it. Indoctrination Attendant. Take the logbook. Another Ichorplate Golem, sure. Another logbook, okay. So we trimmed our deck along the way, so yeah, 41 of 40 cards. We just got one card to take out, so we didn't have a huge choice of what we could put in the deck. What helps most of all is just looking at the mana curve and seeing where we need to trim. So usually your mana curve is 2, 7, 6, 4, 3, 1. So we're about the right kind of mana curve. We could cut from 1, 2, or 3 drops really. We don't really have to worry about cutting expensive things. We can get away with this number of things. Okay, it's not obvious what we drop. Skitterfang kind of sticks out like a sore thumb because it's a card with oil counters that doesn't do anything toxic, but it can give my guys flying. It's a bit like does the same job as a Flensing Raptor in a way. I suppose that's the easiest one to cut because it's not like the others. It's not doing toxic things. Cut that for the moment. Not worry about it. So I think I'll call that end of part 1. It's the first pass of the deck. I might want to put the Skitterfang back in, but I think the one I might drop is one of the Infectious Inquiries for the Skitterfang potentially. Yeah, because I like having lots of creatures. Yeah, anyway, so that's end of part 1. Thanks for watching so far. And we're back. So, sure enough, I have made a small change. I have put in the Atraxa Skitterfang and I've dropped an Infectious Inquiry. I decided I was a little bit dubious about playing 2 Infectious Inquiries. You could draw both of them and be up against a fast aggro deck, and then you'd feel pretty bad about trying to play these. Skitterfang gives us a... This can give life link, so this can be a source of life gain. I realise we've also got Bonepicker Skirge that can get life link. So that can gain us some life. So maybe that's enough to justify one Infectious Inquiry. But maybe not two. Yeah, so I think I'm happy with that. The argument for the second Infectious Inquiry, we're trying to play Kaya. We're trying to actually make land drops, to actually get this out. So drawing a few more cards can help that. But we'll see how we go with one Infectious Inquiry. We do have we have a Compleat Devotion as well, which is a cantrip that will draw a card when we play that. Hopefully that will be fine. So I think we just give this a try now. Yeah, I think seems like a fine collection of cards, but it doesn't have some of the best cheap creatures. It's just more. It's got a stronger late game. So maybe it'll turn out to be too slow. We'll see. Okay, we've got a Kaya in the opening hand. We've got removal. We've got a couple of 3-drops. I believe in keeping these kinds of hands. I saw one suggestion, if you get your 6-drop in your opening hand, you should mulligan it. No, we got 3 lands. We got both colours. You don't mulligan lands like that, hands like that, in my opinion. Okay, land number 4. We still need 3 more lands for Kaya. Okay, he's got a Sinew Dancer. We have a Sinew Dancer as well. Let's see, I think we might go for a Bonepicker Skirge here. Oh, there's a Sentry. How irritating. There's another land. So we're at 5 land. We can Skitterfang here, and Sinew Dancer, and decline that option. So yeah, the Planar Disruption is not quite the right removal for an Annex Sentry, unfortunately. Shepherd's Head Cleaver, okay. So, yeah, so mirror match, it's definitely Orzhov we're up against. We hit another land, we don't hate that. We're 1 land away from getting enough for Kaya. I guess what we might be worried about is some kind of hand removal card. Card removal. Decline that. No attacks. Let's Planar Disruption the Head Cleaver. Maybe he's got a sacrifice effect. No, Basilica Shepherd. So another good evasion creature. And look at that. Look at that. We've actually hit a 7th land. We can play Kaya next turn if it doesn't get removed from our hand. So I think the plan here, we'll just find that. No attacks in turn. Obviously want to tap things on his turn and stop them from attacking. Oh no, that really is horrendous. That's absolutely horrendous. Okay. Can I trigger Sinew Dancer in response to this person choosing a target for Rear Evil? That's what we're going to test out today. That's what this is going to be a learning experience. So whatever you pick is getting tapped, in theory. Right, that's getting targeted, therefore that's getting tapped. So that was a good reason to actually wait until its attack phase. Sometimes you sort of, on the upkeep, you tap something down. That seems like the right thing to do. So I believe if we just read this, exile target creature or enchantment if it wasn't an aura creator token. Now, potential little tiny issue here. If we take out Ria Ivor, Basilica Shepherd will fly in and kill Kaya, which is not ideal. On the other, tell you what, if we kill Basilica Shepherd, we'll get a. We do get a 1/1 spirit. I think we've got to kill Basilica Shepherd here. That way we might keep Kaya alive a bit longer.
A whole legion of enemies. I love the challenge.
Oh! Hahaha. That's nice. Oil counter. No. We're just trying to defend at the moment. Just thinking about what happens when he attacks with everything. Can he just get 3 damage through? Because this has Battle Cry. So each of these are doing 2 damage. So maybe defending Kaya's just hopeless. That gets tapped, of course. He's got 4 attackers. I've got 2 blockers. So yeah, Kaya's kaput here, I think. Okay. Wait, he's not. Wait. Okay. Attacking me. Well. Okay. Fair enough. Now you got targeted. It's interesting. Who got targeted with Ria Ivor? Basilica Shepherd trading off for a mite. It can't be good to trade off Sinew Dancer for a mite. I'm taking 9 damage and 3 poison. I'll stop a mite. Like that. Okay. Planar Disruption. Interesting, right. So, yeah, you ended up with these 4 attackers, which is going to be very challenging for me to deal with. I don't want to... Yeah, that's the thing. I don't really want to Planar Disruption Ria Evil. I want to kill it with Kaya. But I don't think it's possible to stay alive. But I can take out one thing. I can play another chump blocker. I could just draw some cards as well. Or I could... Yeah, maybe I can do it. Let's do that. Let's get to 5 loyalty.
Just give up already.
Then Planar Disruption on Sinew Dancer. Right. Yeah, I don't know. The trigger on this is very dangerous. I'm going to take out the Sinew Dancer. I'm going to play Pestilent Syphoner. I'm going to decline that. I've got 3 blockers. And yeah, unfortunately, we can't. We might have to block with a Sinew Dancer as an emergency block here. Because he's got 6 attackers now. He can get through with loads of damage. He can kill Kaya here. And I can't tap it down. I don't have enough mana to tap it down. But he's just attacking me. He's not attacking Kaya. Okay. So this thing's going to make 3 mites if it gets through. Just thinking I should have attacked with these mites maybe. Damn. Okay, well let's chuck a 1/1 into him. So he's going to make loads of those. That's going to do 8 damage, 10 damage. Skitterfang trading for a mite doesn't feel great, but I'm taking 10 damage. Maybe I can't get away with that amount. And it's 5 poison, puts me on 7 poison. Let's block there and see if we can survive. He doesn't get his mites. We'll get to kill Rear Evil, hopefully. If, let's see, well, I don't. He could have a forced sacrifice card. And that would do the trick for him. Okay, let's try this then.
Today you die.
And we got a Sinew Dancer, which is cool. And there's no reason to not attack with these mites. I should have been attacking with them. Okay, sure, let's put that on one of these mites. It's going to block, okay. Right, now we've got enough mana to tap down one thing. Oh boy, so he's got another way of making mites. That's not great. He's got to equip that pre-combat and then the target gets tapped down. So that's okay. That emergence, so he's going to take an Atraxa. Ooh. And I get a poison counter. Something gets flying. But again, I think I can just tap down the thing he targets. I've got a flying blocker. Let's resolve that. I don't particularly want to just lose this guy though. It's quite a useful chap to have. So that's going to get flying. Okay. No problem. I will tap down Annex Sentry. And did I just completely miss a trick by... Okay, yeah, I think... Okay, this is not an ideal situation, but I think I'm going to have to just chuck you in the way and chuck you in the way, because we're just so close to dying to poison. Probably should have taken out the Annex Sentry, shouldn't I? Because then I get a creature back. Then I get an Annex Sentry, and then I get to take out another creature. So that's what I've missed there. I think that's what I have to do, so... Right, so, got poison problems, I guess. We can tap down a toxic thing. I want to draw something that deals with the situation.
Gotta think on my
Annihilating Glare's nice. Okay, I'll play a Swamp. 4, 8. Eight mana. Right. Because that's going to be a total of 5. This still costs 4. I've got to sacrifice the Might, actually. But I think it makes sense. Well, Annihilating Glare. Sacrifice artifact or creature. Get the Annex Sentry. Sacrifice a Might. There we go. Maybe we're okay, we'll see. So that gets tapped down. Oh, I made a mistake. It's not his attack phase. He still has enough mana to attach that to the Skitterfang. So a little misplay there, I think. That's going to get 4/4. Draw a card. So he's. I mean, I hesitate to say it, but he keeps hitting the bombs here. He's not making another Might. We'll just chuck that in the way. Because Kaya's a bit too valuable to just throw away. Feel like we have to draw 2 cards again. Of course, we have allowed him to scry, you see. Oh, nice. That works, okay. More removal cards. He's put land on the bottom, you see. That's instant speed, isn't it? So, no attacks, end turn. He's got another Atraxa Skitterfang, okay. Past the combat phase. Resolve that one. Okay, let's resolve that one. going to just, yeah, I'm just going to tap down the Might. And I'll just take this out before it attacks. Okay, Dune Mover is a legitimate blocker on the ground. So that, oh well, that can get flying, of course. Anyway, let's not worry about it. Let's play our Dune Mover. Let's decline to do that. Let's play our planes. I'm thinking whatever gets flying gets tapped down. And then I've got this blocker. That means I can do that one. +2.
That's just a
I
start.
think. We'll see. But, if he had an instant speed removal for Dune Mover there, then I'd have been in trouble. Right, so we resolve this and see what are you going to give flying to. Okay, you're targeting yourself. I'm going to tap you down then. Attacking with that, you get your Might token. I block. Yeah, I have to. Maybe I have to tap that down. I don't think I thought that through very well because I let him make another Might. On the other hand, I can now remove Atraxa's Skitterfang like that.
First you, then your ghost.
I'm going to hold a land in my hand here. I'm going to decline that option. No attacks. End turn. Okay. Right, past, I think we'll, yeah, we just, pretty obvious, tap this one down. Okay, he has another creature. Go over to my turn. Okay. Play a land. Okay, we have the answer to Duelist of Deep Faith. We have Compleat Devotion on the Atraxa Skitterfang. I can get to 3, or it's tempting to just keep drawing more cards, but I do let him scry. I think I want to draw more cards. Okay.
I'll keep watch.
Okay, Infectious Attendant there. Okay. So, yeah, we've got a decent sized creature here. I think we just play this and bounce a land. Pretty good. You know, got to be careful we don't overdo it. But I think we can Infectious Inquiry. We've got 7. Still got 4 mana for our Sinew Dancer. Yeah, that's looking a bit nicer. Okay, we won't have mana for our combat trick, and that's the only drawback here. Next, combat. Feels like it's really on a knife edge here. I'm going to just play super safe and not do anything. No attacks. End turn. So, yeah, we do the same again. Tap down this guy. Now, he might have Compleat Devotion, of course. We will just have to take that on the chin, if that is the case. Because we can't afford to just take a poison counter number 9. Indeed, that's exactly what he has. Now, if we hadn't cast those spells, we'd have... Oh, wow. Proliferate. We're up to 9. The hits just keep coming. He has got a lot of good stuff here. So I think it'd be nice to give this flying and get to Corrupted. Yeah, that seems nice. I think Flensing Raptor is another way of giving it flying. And it puts another body on the board. Let's do that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Sure. I'm going to give it lifelink. Of course, if we kill the Scrap Trap, we have a big problem. We die. Got to count our mana here, so 1 mana for this. We have 7 mana available, actually. I think I might just build up towards removing, so I can exile a Scrap Trap and not get punished. I think I'm going to start to need chump blockers for the Scrap Trap. In fact, I probably need chump blockers for it right now. If I do a Basilica Shepherd like that does quite a lot. It's 2 mites as well. Incisor Glider, I think I could do. I'm just wondering if I might want a Compleat Devotion so I can draw an extra card here. Okay, so I'm going to end the turn here, realizing I have to chump block a Gulping Scrap Trap. So we've got to tap down first of all. This thing. Cannot let that keep making mites. So I'm going to chuck Skitterfang in the way. Bringer. Okay. Okay, that's... Ooh, that's getting the thing. Okay. Fair enough. It's more expensive for me to tap it down. Makes sense. Okay. On a bit of a knife edge. We'll play an Incisor Glider. First of all. Right, it's pretty simple. We just tap down whatever's got the Flesh Cutter, right? I could now exile the Scrap Trap. He could top deck something that lets him sacrifice it, and then I lose. Because I think I can win pretty soon now. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. HD5. He's got 2 blockers. I can probably win here, actually. Let me... It's very tense. I got... Oh, boy. Okay, so I'm going to just exile a creature. It's going to be you. Yeah.
Well done. Our gambit didn't pay off.
You're on 10 life, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 1 blocker, 8, 9, 10. If I just attack with everything. You've got no other cards. I mean... Oh boy. Oh boy. I've got to tap something down. I'm going to tap that down. What have I forgotten? This is the thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 attackers. Compleat Devotion on you. Draw a card. Xaxes. Yeah? Okay, that was way more way more stressful than it needed to be, I think. We got there. We got there in the end. Interesting tension between drawing 2 cards with Kaya or using the +2 so you can set up the removal again. But yeah, Kaya's an absolutely ridiculous card. As you saw there, he had to just keep top decking action. I was helping him because I was letting him scry whenever I drew 2 cards, but he was still, keeping up. Right, we have a little issue. So we have 3 swamps, no plains, but we do have Phyrexian Atlas to give us white mana. I say this is a keep. We have a 2-drop. As a plains, okay. Right, it's a fast start. Planar Disruption on the Jawbone Duelist, I think. Yeah, go for the Syphoner. Not going to trade off. We'll let him get corrupted. That's okay. So we'll swing back. Get a point of poison. At least his deck has slowed down. I will point that out. So let's... Do we want to bounce a land back? Or do we want to bounce the Syphoner back? We don't want to slow our land plays here. I'm going to bounce the Syphoner. Okay, big flyer. The big flyer doesn't have toxic, which is interesting. But yeah, we're on course for another Kaya. This is gonna just hold off his ground forces, I suppose. So play Atlas, play Syphoner. And then we can Kaya next turn. Okay, a lot of things attacking. Do we want to keep the might numbers down by blocking a might? Blocking 2 mites. I'm feeling overwhelmed here. Do we need the Syphoner? Okay, we're getting, if we let this lot through, that's 5 damage and 2 poison. Okay, yeah, we'll let that lot through. We'll keep the Syphoner. Poison. But good news, we have Kaya. So I think take out the big flyer. We could even start exiling Crawling Choruses. So I think we swing in first with these 2. See if he lets me get corrupted. No, interesting. He is going to block with that one. Let's see. She's going to go down to 3 loyalty. Taking that out, and he's got 3 1/1s to attack with. I'm blocking one of them. I think it's the right call. Play this
I'll see this through.
and remove the flyer. Well, I'll have 2 blockers now because that will become a 1/1. Oh, and I'll get 2 might tokens. As we saw in the last game, it's pretty amazing. Okay, lots of mites, so kill the mite. I say kill the mite. And let that one through. We hit 6 poison. Okie doke. Right. I've got things to do in my hand. I think I can do the plus here.
You're not safe.
I will lose a might if I attack into Duelist. I'll just hit with the Syphoner, because I'm going to get rid of this blocker soon enough. When I get to Corrupted. Decline that. Let's tap this, please. Play this. That's just a life linker. That's not as scary. So these two come in. Just let, yeah, he can show me the combat trick. That's fine. They always have it. Oh, it's a plated onslaught. Okay, that's a high quality combat trick. At least he's not drawing a card off that. Right, the one I want to remove, I guess, is Duelist of Deep Faith. And I get a first striker, which is pretty cool.
First you, then your ghost.
Nimraiser Paladin gets me something back as well. Yeah, let's play that. Seems good. Decline that. And next to combat. Next to attackers. Right. So, Might, Syphoner. Kaya is a very stupid card. We got Kaya on turn 6 that game. So I think she's been in the opening hand first 2 games. It is funny because I try and do a little bit of preparation before I do a draft. I'd read a draft guide just to remind myself. And just to remember a line from the guide, you know, if you see your 6 drop in your opening hand, you should mulligan it. It was kind of, it wasn't, you know, presented as a piece of advice, but it was like an example of, you know, a way you might think. But, yeah, definitely not the case. Like you saw, he had that fast start, 1 drop into the double striker. I needed to top deck the Planar Disruption, or I was in big trouble there. We've got what they call a reactive hand. We've got removal on turn 2 if we need it. Oh, Incubation Sack. Okay, different kind of opponent we're up against here. Artifact, creature, or planeswalker activated abilities can't be activated, so we can actually shut off the Incubation Sack with that if we want. Okay, so I think I want the Atlas here. Potentially you can use this next turn and get a 3/3 creature. That's actually a good top deck. That's a nice 5-drop Basilica Shepherd. That puts him under quite a lot of pressure. So I want to save the Paladin until I can bring something back. So green, black, and he's making his hill giants now. Okie doke. We're due for another couple of hill giants. It feels too late to Planar Disruption it now, but in a way, we've got 6 mana, so we can Attendant and Planar Disruption. I guess, you know, it takes out a couple of hill giants. Let's do this. And play this as well. I think it's okay to just bounce a land here. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I could have done the Shepherd. Got 2 more mites. Never mind. Yeah, let's attack with the Shepherd. Oh, he has a Sheoldred of all things. Yeah, I've had Sheoldred a couple of times in All Will Be One Limited. Right. Well, Planar Disruption wouldn't have been much good on Sheoldred. Let's draw a card. So I'm not going to feel bad about that. Do have another Indoctrination Attendant. I'm thinking about the plan here of making lots of mites, but it means I'll lose an attack with the Shepherd, you see. But let's go in with the Shepherd. Play another of these. Bounce the Shepherd. Play Sinew Dancer. And because if he's going to gain a bunch of life off Sheoldred, it's going to be hard to win with damage. It's a good card to have with Sheoldred. That's a lot of life gain he's got back. Well, if I'm allowed to win with Kaya in the first 2 games, it's only fair somebody gets Sheoldred in game 3. So at the moment, 4 mites. I guess I can make proliferate, so I get to poison 2. Okay. Alright. Sure. Oh, that's what we want to see. Okay, Annihilating Glare. We just sacrifice a mite, do we? What do we think? Well, funny thing here. Nimraiser Paladin needs a target. I think we actually sacrifice a Sinew Dancer. I want to preserve my might total. So, yes. Annihilating Glare on the Sheoldred, please. Okay, good. Nimraiser Paladin or Basilica Shepherd. I guess I like the idea of building up all my mites. So I'm going to do that. Now, what's the problem with attacking with these? So, he can double block and and lose a 2/2. Could lose 3 mites. Should we just attack with both of these? We'll let them through. That's 2 poison. Okay, that's promising. Right. You can swing back here. Adaptive. Infectious Gladiator. That becomes a 2/2. Necrogen Rock Priest. Okay. 3/3. Okay, because it's based on power or toughness. Ah, there you go. That's an interesting little thing, isn't it? 6 mana. I think actually we want to do the Paladin and bring back our Sinew Dancer. That's gonna help us a great deal. He's got quite a surprising amount of damage here. I think I'll swing it. I can get away with swinging it in the air. I think. Play the Paladin. Get that guy back and play him. And then I've got some decent blockers of my own here. We're scared about the Rot Priest. Noxious Assault. Oh, that doesn't sound good. You just know that this is horrendous. Whenever a creature blocks this turn, its controller gets a poison counter. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? And that's just about 50 damage he's sending over. Right, I can take 14 damage. So that means 5. Well, 5, 5, and 4 would not be good. No, that would not be good. Still, let's take a trade where we can. 4/4 trades with a 4/4. Let's just check what's got trample. That's not got trample. Okay, so we got 8, 13, got 16 damage left, and I think can we get away with a double block here, and we'll take 12. Pretty horrendous, really. And we take like 4 poison as well. So that gets through with 8 poison. Gets me to 8, I think. 9 poison. Okay, we just about survived. Okay, I can swing back with 6, 7 poison. That's not enough poison, damn. I feel I didn't figure that out, but I'm actually swinging back with lots of damage as well. I want to play my Rat King first, and the only way I can possibly... so, yeah, 12 damage. He's got to have, like, instant life gain. We'll see. We'll see if we... Stop. No, we did it. We did it. Okay, cool. We survived the Shieldred. We top decked the Annihilating Glare. That was very lucky. No Kaya this time. First sighting of the Rat King, which is cool. And that gets us to at least 50-50. I'm not going to get ahead of myself here. I didn't completely calculate that at all. I forgot he was getting... I got to add in 4 poison counters for the 4 blocks I was making. Well, that's a mulligan, isn't it? It's a one-lander. Well, that's better. You see, we keep seeing Kaya in the opening hand. This time Kaya's going back in the deck. But we actually... Oh, another incubation sack. We get to go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, because we have just top-decked the Rat King. Unfortunately, we've also drawn the other rat in the deck already, so we won't get to get any card advantage, which is a shame. One can't have everything. 2/3 Ichorplate Golem. Okay. Is it going to be very suspicious if I attack? Oh yes, it's going to be incredibly suspicious. I think we'll just play the Rat King. Okay. That's a big creature. Okay, this thing, Toxic 3. Very scary, right. So I think that I don't want to play the Attendant. I want to hold... If I play the Atlas, I still have mana for Compleat Devotion, which is pretty cool. And I go next, and no attacks in turn. Now, he might hold mana up before his attack phase. Oh, but no, he's not. He is going to make a Hill Giant. Then we'll see if he attacks. No, he's not attacking. Oh well. Okay, we've got an interesting Planar Disruption situation here. I think the incubation sack is just going to kill us before very long. I think we will Planar Disruption it again and go next. Alright, this is the discard and draw chap. Okay, it's got the 3/3. Okay, I could be making a mistake here. I'm going to block with the rat and pump it up. If he's got instant speed removal, I'll feel very silly, but I feel it's worth the risk. Okay. In fact, he's got his own pump spell. Fair enough. I'll draw a card. And the rat dies. Never mind. My turn. Oh, Infectious Inquiry. We needed that earlier. So we're going to get battered by a 4/4. Now, he knows I've used my Complete Devotion. Nimraiser Paladin to bring back the rat. Seems good. See, that's now a 4/4 as well. Yeah. So, quite a tight situation here. We'll just have to have fingers crossed. He does not have more removal, more combat tricks, but Okie doke. Just coming in like that. And we'll just give it a try. It's feeling combat tricky. Yeah, time bar stand, okay. So really he's upgrading his combat tricks into removal spells. There's no reason to feel bad about this. That's just, you know, if I let that through, that's also 3 poison and 4 more damage, so there is not really a good way to win. I think I want to, let's see, I've actually got 6 mana. I'll put 2 creatures out here. Play the rat. And Attendant. Bounce the land back. Get a might. So he's down 2 combat tricks. We'll see if he's got more. He's got 2 things in hand he's not playing. One of them's a big creature. So draws in a card, which is very nice for him. Nice. So you can hit my graveyard. One of them is more ramp. Okay. Planes, so I think we've got to keep everything back on the defense. There's no reason to not attack with a might, so Flensing Raptor can do that. We've got 6 mana. We can do an Infectious Inquiry first and see what options that gives us. It does give us a few interesting options there. So Atraxa Skitterfang, that does a similar thing as the Raptor. But the Raptor puts out a flying threat with Toxic as well. So I think that's the best thing to do. Now, got to check green creatures to see it, you know, if they've got reach. It's a very easy thing to miss. Right, we'll attack. It's a 4/4, okay. Oh. Or is it? No, he's not attacking. Bloated. Oh, he's got the bloated contaminator. Nice. So if that gets damaged through, it proliferates. So we've got to be sure to block that one. Right. So Skitterfang is good here for giving the might a bit of flying. So the new creature that doesn't have reach either. So we're looking good here. This doesn't get reach when it gets pumped up, so that's good as well. Okay, so Skitterfang, pre-combat. So next, yes please. Might gets flying. Yeah, the Skitterfang was I think a good choice. Okay, that's getting exiled. Up to 4 poison, and we can play this guy who happens to be a Death Toucher, which is pretty nice. And it has lifelink. Oh, and the other important thing, Sinew Dancer now taps things down for 1, and we've got 1 mana left. And the most awkward creature to deal with is just the big trampler here, so let's start tapping that down. He is attacking, okay. See if he's got the... I think it's definitely a green card, the one that... I'll tell you what, it is sorcery speed, the one that pumps the entire team. Okay, so this one's very nasty. It's got Toxic 3. We're okay, yeah, trading off there. That's the nastiest thing to get rid of. And then this exiles my graveyard, which is quite annoying. It's actually at 4/4 as well. Like the Skitterfang, we want to keep that. So it looks like we're gonna choose to take some damage here. So that gives the rat Toxic 2, which is interesting. I'm thinking about double blocking Scrap Gorger like that. Letting that through because I want to keep the Skitterfang. I don't want to just try and trade off here. I can take the damage. Okay, that's another creature, 4/2. Okay. Oh, Annihilating Glare, what do we want to blow up? Or do we want to play it safe? So that gets him to 6 poison. I think sorcery speed, probably best off using this now. Blow up the big tramplot. Oh, there's also the Golem, which is pumping up 3 of his creatures at the moment. So, yeah, he's losing 5 power off the board if I could take out the Golem. He's got a Volt Charge, that's fair enough. That's a lot harder for me to win. We'll tap down, I guess, the 4/4. Oh, nice. Incisor Glider. Let's go ahead and play that. So if I use that last token, I can't proliferate it anymore. So I think... Let's just see. He's got... if I can tap something down. Going to decline to do that and go next. Keep that last token. can block flyers, okay. Oh, yeah, you can put that on other things. Yeah, now I can kill an Incisor Glider. It's a very good point. What do I want to tap down? Yeah, I'm gonna take out his offensive capabilities. He's still a bit stronger. 3/4, okay. Block with these two guys. Okay, my turn. So it's getting increasingly difficult to deal with his big creatures. Feeling something big is coming. Oh, the Paladin of Predation. You haven't seen anyone play this yet. It's pretty terrifying. 6/7 with Toxic 6. Okay, we can't really deal with that 4/4. We've got to tap that down. Okay. So it's looking like probably a double block to take out the golem. And I'm going to start tapping down the Paladin. Yeah, let's... Oh no, it doesn't work anymore, does it? I think may as well. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. May as well use it. We'll put, let's say, Death Touch on this guy. That's what I'm thinking. You can trade off with the 2/2. Fair trade, I think. Okay, that's dead. Tap down Paladin of Predation, please. I've been forgetting to tap this and do him a point of damage every turn. I think I have somehow. I'm decided to double block that. I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but yeah, we have to let that through. Actually, can't tap this thing down anymore. There might be some blocking solution involving everything blocking this. Sort of realising I should have been doing that for a few turns. That might have got me a lot closer to winning. So that was 3 swamps in a row, I think. It happens. this thing does not have... Oh, yeah, I didn't read that text. I clearly did not read that. Cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Yeah, that's exactly what I have available. Okay, that's a nice haster. He's making the hits here. So, he has discarded the forest there. He's got the Axiom Engraver, so that's helping him. Probably, I think that's the first forest he's discarded though. I'm just thinking 4, 6. He's had 7. I've had 9 lands. Not a big difference. Okay, can't block this one. Past blockers, right? So, have to block the other 2. Blightbelly there, and double block this guy like that. Into 7. Tap that. My turn. Planes. Okay, 4 land in a row. Good game. Okay, yeah, so the miss there was obviously remembering to tap the Atlas every turn when you have Corrupted, so that you're at least chipping away at them. I don't know how much damage I missed, maybe 3 or 4 damage, it felt like. Otherwise, it just felt I got a bit out-muscled there. He had the power and toughness advantage. He had those 2 early combat tricks that gave him a bit of an advantage. So I suppose it's because they're cheap and they can basically get upgraded into a removal card. Okay, this is not so good because it's 2 lands, but at least it's 1 of each colour. At least I've got 1 thing I can play. At least there is hope in store if I can top deck a land. I've got 3 drops. Obviously, this is what a lot of decks that have bricked had an opening hand looking like this, but we'll go for it. We'll give it a shot. Oh, Whisper, straight away, nice. And we draw the 3rd land. Beautiful. So that's going to be quite nice. Right, I think... Do I want to hold the Flensing Raptor for a bit later? Or just play it now? And then it's a flying threat. Yeah, I think see if he's got another removal spell. Otherwise that's doing some toxic quite early on. Oh, nice. Yeah, so that gets me corrupted straight away. Well, he's got me there. I do not like that. Damn. Well done. You got to corrupted already. That's all I can say to that. How would I like to block this thing with 1 toughness? I'll block it with my 1/1 flyer. See if you have another Whisper of the Dross. I'm sure you do. Oh no, he had the Ambulatory Edifice. The perfect thing to go with Whisper of the Dross, actually. So now I'm on 6 poison. That's not good. Are we stubbornly going to keep hitting him? Right. Well, first of all, we can't play Phyrexian Atlas and play a creature. Oh, yes, we kind of can. So let's play the Skitterfang, and we can give this vigilance. Then at least we have 2 blockers potentially. Removal spell, removal spell. What are the chances? No, Testament Bearer. Okay. So this thing just trades off here. And I take 3. That comes back. Okay, so I can do Atlas Dune Mover here. I can get to Corrupted here. I'm facing down 9 damage. I'm probably going to trade with the Toxic guy, so I'm going to take 7. It doesn't seem great, but if he's green, he could have 4 extra damage as a combat trick. That would take these guys to 11 damage. Okay. I'm gonna Atlas. Which will make next turn a bit easier. Next turn I have 5 mana. I'm gonna put a land on top so I can double spell. Oh no, this lets me double spell next turn. Okay, that's fine. I don't need to put land on top. So let's decline that. Let's get to Corrupted. I guess if he had a removal spell and the Titanic Growth, he'd win. Oh, he has another Death Toucher. That's nice for him. He tapped that for mana. That's interesting. If I kill this, he draws a card. Let's trade off here because it's starting to look like I die. Some life points running out. Okay, we've got another issue with these guys being toxic, and yeah, which isn't good. If I had 7 mana actually, what you could do is attack with this, bounce it back, and then replay it, so it's effectively like having vigilance. I think what we'll have to do, actually let's please keep tapping this so I don't have to keep remembering to tap it later. Okay, he's going to respond to that tapping, I think. Okay, good. Let's do that. Let's bounce this one. Let's replay this one. Okay, good. And yeah, he might have to block a Death Toucher. Well, he'll probably do the blocking on the convert. If I hit with... I'm just thinking, I could hit with this. He goes to 7. Can I get a surprise win in next turn? It's looking like... Let's see, he's got 8 damage swinging in. 3 poison. My only chance is if somehow This blocks. I survive. I swing back for 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is my big gamble. This is my only way to win, I think. Attack with this. Because now he needs something to get that extra poison. She's going to look for now with Hunter Mace. Extra poison, extra bit of damage. We'll see if you can do it. It's a Necrosquito, so yeah, that's a blocker. That stops my plan. Fair enough. Okay, let the poison through and we'll block the Testament Bearer. Use the Compleat Devotion here to survive. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, that was a little thing I forgot about. The Necrosquito gets bigger. Right, okay, we can spend 5, get rid of the Skeeto. And then, if I do that, he has a problem with the Might. Because he just has 1 toughness creatures. I could sacrifice an artifact. Sacrifice Phyrexian Atlas. Okay, let's tap this for black. Sacrifice an artifact. Take out the... Okay, I got... I took too long. And it messed me over. That's fair. In fact, so I can't attack here. Not on this spot. We will... Indoctrination Attendant. Gives me another blocker. Gives me another might. Bounce that, I guess. Play it. Can't replay it. Annihilating Glare. Do we use it now? Because, you know, I could be dead. Could be dead. So let's be brave and not use it. We'll just try and be quicker next turn. Oh god, it's a Rock Priest. Well, that's why you should use Annihilating Glare the turn before. God almighty. It's a close one. I think it's fair to say that. Ooh, Planar Disruption. Okay, let's just remember to tap our thing. So you take some damage. Okay, that's getting destroyed. Right. Planar Disruption on the Necrosquito. Cost me a poison counter, which is not so great. So I'm on 8 poison. Maybe I should have Annihilating Glare the Rock Priest first. Might have been an idea. Yeah. If I attack with Raptor, so I've got a... Yeah, I have to sacrifice a might to kill the Rock Priest, and then I go to 9 poison. Then I can attack with a might. And he has to maybe block it. Okay, yeah, we've probably messed up here. Never mind. Oh, for Pete's sake. Deciding what to sacrifice takes a lot of thought. He has 4 toxic creatures he can attack with, and I have 3 blockers. This is a problem. Just sort of realizing here. Just gonna go for it. Good game. Yeah, good game. He just had a bit too much there. And it's just, yeah, the Annihilating Glare, it had to happen. It had to happen pre-combat. Rot Priest and this guy have got me, and if I kill something, I die anyway. Good game. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's taking me too long to play Annihilating Glare every time. Frustrating. Oh well. It was, yeah, close one, knife edge. Calculations needed. Quicker calculations needed. Okay, that's loss number 2, I think. 3 and 2, yeah. So got to 3-0, and then we hit the wall. So yeah, we did the wrong order there. So you got Annihilating Glare, Rot Priest, and you can Pacifism the Flyer. And then he'll be 1 poison counter short. Okay, this is another tricky 2-lander, but we've got Planar Disruption, Blightbelly Rat, and Syphoner, so that seems fine. Good, we hit a land drop. I'll go with the rat first. We could bolt the bird here. That will stop him ramping something out. Because he might have kept the hand, because he's relying on that for something. Okay, Incisor Glider. Now I can innocently attack. 2-2 into a 1-3. And possibly get some value out of that. Yeah, very nice. And then play Syphoner. Then I've got the Basilica Shepherd, and that's quite a good start. Another glider, okay. Okay, I'll just attack with the rat. I want a double block, we'll see what happens. No, it doesn't need to double block, what I'm talking about. So yeah, that gets to 2. And we'll play the big flyer. Okay, removal for the flyer. Okay, we like the sound of Kaya. I think I'm going to attack with the... I could attack with the Syphoner as well, by the way. It gives me a blocker if I don't attack with it. I'll attack with the 2 mites. Keep the Syphoner as an emergency blocker. And we're 1 away from Kaya. See if it takes a while to hit our 7th land. We're kind of due a game where we fall a bit short. Oh, Atraxa. Atraxa Skitterfang, rather. Can give Death Touch. So... that's really good. We'll just do it on the might, I think. Okay, he gets combat trick, so he gets first strike, I think. Is that right? Except, no he doesn't, unless I'm corrupted. But he can trade off there as a result. Okay, that's fair. Gonna take out that flyer, okay. That's good. Oh wow, we just hit Kaya mana. Okay, let's swing with these 2. Let's decline that. By the Kaya.
Get in, deal some damage, get out. Sounds easy enough.
Let's do some damage.
That's just a start.
Because we've got no mana to use any card, use any of the cards we draw, so yeah, that'll do it. Well, we got to 4 wins. That's nice. A little help from Kaya. Oh, I should mention the target. I'm trying to get to, obviously, to the Mastery Pass, which is 3,400 gems. So I'm planning to do a bunch of these drafts. So it's, yeah, I need to earn 1,600 gems from these drafts. Well, not the best hand, but I'm tempted to keep it. So we get 3 land, we get mana fixing on turn 3, and we can start playing on turn 4. We can do this and draw 2 cards, draw the swamp. We can do this if we're getting beaten down very badly. A lot of people wouldn't keep this hand. I'm going to keep it. And we get an extra card as well. And it is a swamp. Well, that's nice. It works out. But yeah, we don't have double black for the creature, though. That's the thing. Size of glider. Okay. I mean, I'm tempted to use my mana to sort of beat it down. Let's use this now. Whilst he's tapped out, in case he has the protection spell, Tyvar's Stand. There's every possibility we'll come to regret using that so early, but it's just an efficient use of the mana. There was nothing else we could do on turn 2. 2-2. Alright, well, I have a 3-3, and I can look for a rat if I'm very, very lucky. I'll find a rat. No, no rats. Oh well. There's 3 colours as well, so white, green, black, sort of the toxic colours. Oh, Ruthless Predation just takes him out. Takes out the rat. That's pretty rough. Okay, we've drawn another 3-drop. So next turn we'll be able to do 2 3-drops. We'll have to do Atlas plus something else. I'm going to do the creature here. That makes sense to me. Maybe this one will have more luck. Oh, he has something very interesting and scary. +2/+2 protection from red and green. You can exile the top 2 cards when it gets through. Yeah, well done. I'm not blocking that, so you're going to get lots and lots of card advantage. It gets them till end of next turn, is it? Or end of this turn? Oh, thank goodness it's end of this turn. Now, do we have any defense against that? Well, I'm going to be sort of greedy. I'll do the Atlas into the Infectious Inquiry. Could have just done Infectious Inquiry, then I would have had mana for a removal spell. But I thought I want to do it the greedy way around. I'm going to attack. I'll just have to eat a turn of him drawing, exiling and getting good cards potentially. Let's see what he gets. Conduit of Worlds, that's a nice one. Hex, yeah, well, he wants to play his stuff from the graveyard. Permanence, choose non-land permanent card from the graveyard and you can play it again. Okay. Now if we check, we do have a lot of mana here, so we've got 7 mana. We can actually bounce the Raptor and replay it. So, therefore, we can attack with the Raptor, I believe. Get to Corrupted. Play the Indoctrination Attendant. Bounce the Raptor. Replay the Raptor. Do a point of damage. And I think we just have to double block this guy and hope. If he's got a creature, obviously he can be able to pump it to 6/6. And he's got planar. He's got removal. Got Planar Disruption. That's not good. We drew 9 land and a ramp card. So land plus ramp is 18. We've got literally half our land in the top 15 cards, which is not good. Yeah, 9 land in 15. Okay, so we could chump block. It'll stop him exiling 2 cards. He's got 4 mana, so there's a good chance he'll add more pressure to the board. I just have to hope I top deck a removal card here. But the other option is take the damage, come what may here, and then we've got potentially more chance of being able to double block this thing next turn because we'll still have the Raptor. Okay, we'll do no blocks and see what happens. Okie doke. Oh, that's double white, that's good. So he can play that. That means that I can get to 6/6. Okay, Sinew Dancer. May as well attack with a might. Sinew Dancer is effectively a removal spell, so I think it's the Flensing Raptor that has to chump block here. Of course, there's a little Justicia problem as well. That does 2 damage. That's an artifact creature as well, so it's pumped up to 4/3 now. Can't even trade off with it. So I just have to do 2 chump blocks. Might as well tap this, get a point of damage in. Okay, another Sinew Dancer. Good game. Excuse me. Okay, let's see what else you got. Stinging Hive Master. Yeah. Okay, he's been through 3 more cards than me, I guess. The thing is, I don't even feel bad about using Anoint with Affliction early because I can't take out the equipment with that. Okay, there we go. I have a feeling that was a 2-land hand, was it not? I just top decked quite a lot of land then, if that was the case. Anyway, yeah, 4 and 3. Some complicated games there. I felt like I was taking a lot of time in. I think it was game number 6, penultimate game. because I was on, must have been 8 poison counters or something, and I was just trying to figure out if I could actually attack. Okay, yeah, that's right, that was the game I kept timing out whilst thinking about how to cast Annihilating Glare. It's when you've got these 2 different costs, you've got to decide what you want to sacrifice. It's a little bit too much in a pressure situation. I couldn't decide. But there you go. Yep, this deck was definitely all right, but it was maybe short on in the 2-drop slot. It ended up out okay. We got quite a few removal spells, but it's not the most aggressive version of this deck. But it's got some good late game. Really, the best late game card, in fact. Got to play the Rat King a little bit. We didn't find Dare the Rat, but it's very unlikely to do that. Yep, fairly happy with that. And I think the decision to just have one of the card draw, what a couple spells, Infectious Inquiry, I think that was fine. I don't regret that. The Atraxa's Skitterfang was actually really good in that. Alright, 450 gems towards what we need. So, target, we need 1,100 more gems to get the Mastery Pass. So, that's some good progress today. Anyway, I think that is a video. So, thanks for watching.